young man.
Yeah, they are, David. You're right. He's got some thickness to him, so he should be able to easily push around anybody that the Wildcats have in the game tonight.
Jeremy Miller's going to jump. Ball is controlled by Morristown East, and we are underway here at the Wildcat Arena here in the boys' game. With it, they'll work the ball on the right wing. They'll work the ball top of the circle. Out to number 23. That's the big kid. They swing it out for a wide-open three. It's up, and it's good. Three-point shot. Wildcats trail it already. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. All the way down the floor, Kel Slater kicks the ball left side, and ball is deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats down 3-0 here. One thing I see already, looks like Morristown East doesn't mind running.
No, I mean, first thing I noticed, David, very different in pace of this game versus the girls' game earlier tonight.
Kyle Cloninger with the ball game, in the ball game for them. They work the ball top of the circle. Here it goes to Micah Simpson. He works the ball to the big guy, throws up a brick. It's up no good, and then he fouls. That'll be a personal foul on the big guy. He is big for sure. That shot was flat as they come, though, and so I think maybe they would rather have him around the goal a little bit as the Wildcats get it. Jeremy Miller will work the ball in a trap in the corner. They break it with ease. Here it comes to Miller. Jeremy brings the ball right down the middle of the floor. Right block, nearly walk, comes cross court, fires a pass. It's deflected. It's not a good pass. The Wildcats turn the ball over once again. The Wildcats got it in too close as they launch a three. It's good. Wildcats down 6-0. We cannot turn the ball over like that. Jeremy went into the paint and turned the ball over as Kel in the rear court tries to get the ball across the line. Their pressure causing Oak Ridge all kinds of issues as the Wildcats. Miller goes in for the shot. It's up good. Jeremy Miller has the first 2 points of the ball game, and down the floor will come the Hurricanes, and whistle blows, and it's going to be a personal foul called, I believe, against Lucas Searcy. Wildcats, Lucas got into foul trouble and actually fouled out of the ball game on Tuesday. Wildcats are shorthanded and can ill afford that. To work the ball in will be Cole Henson, number 3. Looks to get it in, now fires it in, then it comes to the top of the circle to Micah Simpson. Hit 103 threes last year. The Wildcats twice have let him shoot from the outside. With the basketball come Cloninger. He works the ball to the right corner once again, backing up with the dribble. Morristown East in the lead by a score of 6-2. Just underway here at the Wildcat Arena. They drive in. Baseline jumper is partially rejected and then knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats having the ball game. Jeremy Miller, along with Stafford Shanklin, Kel Slater, Jamison Updegraft, and Lucas Searcy. The basketball will come. The Hurricane shot is up, partially rejected. The big guy has it, goes back up with a shot. Good. That gets it down 8-2. Down the floor of the basketball. Wildcats, Jeremy Miller. Going to bring the ball across the line to the top of the circle. He's going to drive coast to coast. In for the shot. Good. Counted, and he's fouled. Wildcats, Jeremy Miller drives in, got it inside the paint. And as we look at the scoreboard, it'll be Jeremy Miller going to the free throw line. Mark?
Jeremy Miller now has 2 points in the ballgame. This will obviously be his first attempt from the free throw line as the Wildcats trail 8-4. First free throw up, no good.
Down the floor of the basketball will come the Hurricanes. 8-4 our score. And they'll set the dribble out, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Wildcats and Hurricanes here on PrepRadio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15. Morristown East basketball underneath the goal. It'll be, once again, they work the ball into the big guy, setting it out. Remember, that'll be Eilick. He works the ball along the baseline, cut off by Jeremy Miller. Jeremy's guarded some big guys. CPA a few years ago, he had bigger guys than this guy having to guard. 7-footers, in fact, as the Hurricanes work their offense. Here it goes to Cloninger. Cloninger works the ball in for a shot. No good. Knocked out of bounds, they say, by Morristown East with the Oak Ridge basketball. It'll be the Wildcats moving left to right, wearing their all-white jerseys, their home jerseys here at the Wildcat Arena.
As the Wildcats get the ball in, it's with Lucas Searcy. He drives all the way down, gets a back tip out of bounds, so the Wildcats will retain possession under their own goal.
And to work the ball in will be Lucas Searcy. I thought it'll be actually Kel Slater. He'll work it in from the baseline. Lucas is in the corner here. They substitute into the ball game Blake Jernigan for the first time. Oak Ridge ball. Kel Slater to work the ball in. Kel works it in. Nice pass. Shot is up. Good. Stafford Shanklin off the glass. And the Wildcats trail by 2. 8-6 our score. Down the floor will come Morristown East. Hurricane basketball. Top of the circle. They work the ball out to the top. 8-6 our score. Morristown in the lead. Looking the ball at the free throw line. They swing it out to the right corner. They get another 3 off. This one's short. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Jeremy Miller with the rebound. Right down the middle of the floor. Is going to drive inside the paint. And he's going to draw a foul from the Morristown East Hurricanes. I think it's going to be called against Cole Henson. Not a shooting violation. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. The crowd not nearly as big as it was the other night in the Kingston ball game. As Oak Ridge works it into Miller. Jeremy's going to drive right back up to the hole. Oh, good. We are tied at 8, so the Wildcats come from 6-0 behind. Tied the ball game at 8. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Hurricanes. They work the ball quickly across the line into their corner. The big guy takes a 3. It's up, and it's no good. Tipped and rebounded by Morristown East. Pulling down the board for them will be Blake Jernigan. 4:39 to play here in the first quarter. And the Wildcats and the Hurricanes are tied at 8. Morristown East basketball. They'll dribble in with the big guy. Dribbling in the paint. Kicks the ball back out, and they'll drive it in once again. Nearly a walk. Saved on the floor once again by Simpson. He drives in, throws up a shot. No good. Kel on the rebound. Kel Slater wants to push the ball up the floor. Kel to the free throw line. Kel to the hole. Goes in for the shot. The second foul is called on the big guy. And that's a big foul right there, Mark.
Yeah, it really is, David. Great job there by Kel Slater, just being aggressive and taking it to the hole and picking up the second foul on Braden Illick, as you said, David. As Kel goes to the free throw line, this will be his first attempt from the field or the free throw line. It's up, and it's no good.
Wildcats 0 of 2 from the free throw line early, as they'll substitute into the ballgame number 15, Luke Doherty, as Kel tries to give Oak Ridge their first lead of the night. 8-8 our score. Toss good. Wildcats actually take the lead. They fell behind 6-0 on a couple threes by Simpson, but the Wildcats have battled back here. 4:12 to play, but they leave somebody wide open, but he still blows the layup. They get the rebound right back up and throw it off the rim. No good. What's the call? It's going to be a personal foul against Oak Ridge. Wildcats having the ball game now. Caden Updegraft. He's in the contest. Lucas Searcy, Jeremy Miller, Kel Slater, Stafford Shanklin. 4:05 to play first quarter. 9-8 Oak Ridge in the lead. To the free throw line, Micah Simpson. Micah averaged nearly 20 points per ball game last year, hit 103 three-pointers a year ago. That time he missed a free throw, though. 9-8 our score. This is their first ball game, so a little bit of nerves, I'm sure. The Wildcats played Tuesday against Kingston. Morristown East back to the free throw line. Second toss, good. 9-9 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Pressure's taken off once again. Here come the Wildcats with it. Kel Slater, top of the circle. Looks down low to Stafford. Can't get the ball to him. Goes cross court with a high pass to Lucas. Lucas Searcy, free throw line shot is good. Nice shot there by Lucas Searcy, and the Wildcats lead 11-9. Here comes a near steal by Lucas. Saved on the floor by the Hurricanes. They work the ball top of the circle for a flat 3. It's up, no good. Had to be over the back. The Wildcats have the rebound anyway. Searcy with it to Slater. Kel Slater wants to run. Kel turning, spinning, driving. Goes up with a shot. No good. But he does draw the foul from the Hurricanes, and Oak Ridge will go to the free throw line. Play is furious here to start the ball game, Mark.
It really is. As I said, Dave, just a very difference in pace between the boys' game and the girls' game. Is to the line for the Wildcats. Kel Slater, he goes. His first free throw is up. He missed his first one again tonight. He made his second one previously. We'll see what he does this time as several substitutes come in for Morristown East. They've got coming into the game. Cloninger comes back in. Wright comes in, and so does number 32, Hall.
Wildcats miss another free throw here. Here they come down the floor with ease. They'll set up their offense once again. They're playing a lot of players early going, which is not a bad strategy when you only have 6 varsity players dressed out on your opponent. Here's a 3 on its way. Hits the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Hurricanes. A near steal by Oak Ridge. Here comes a shot. It's an air ball. Rebounded. Wildcats got to be a little bit more aggressive on the glass. Caden's got it. Caden Updegraft. And here come the Wildcats down the floor. Oak Ridge with it. Top of the circle. Caden dribbles with his right hand. His twin brother started the ball game. Jamison Updegraft. He's going to drive to the hole. Missed it. Not a bad drive there by Caden Updegraft. It'll be Morristown East for the basketball. Down the floor, the Wildcats in the lead, 11-9. Not sure the time on the scoreboard as they put up a three. It's up, and it is no good. And it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Hurricanes. Wildcats get Jamison Updegraft back in the ball game, and his brother will come out of the contest. 2 minutes, 44 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. 11-9 is the score. And here come the Wildcats down the floor. The Wildcats in the lead. Lucas Searcy with it. Dribbles out. Harassed everywhere he goes by Cooper Wright. Backs it up. Top of the circle to Slater. He turned the ball over. Taken on the floor by Morristown East. They get a shot up. No good. And before that, a travel is going to be called against Morristown East. And with 2 minutes in, go ahead.
So Micah Simpson is going to come out of the game with a little bit of a limp. That'll be quite a loss for them, as he's just a tremendous shooter. As you said, only over 100 3-pointers last year, and he hit his first two tonight.
Here come the Wildcats down the floor after the travel. Here comes Jeremy Miller. Jeremy drives in. Good. And he is fouled. And Jeremy Miller will go to the free throw line for the Wildcats. Jeremy, looking like Jeremy here in the early going here, a lot more aggressive and just taking it strong to the hole. He represents really the only person out there with a lot of experience. Kell played a lot last year, but not nearly as much, obviously, with Isaiah Johnson running the point. As Miller goes to the free throw line. Oak Ridge on top, 13-9. Wildcats shoot the free throws. And good. Miller knocks it down, and the Wildcat lead is 5. 14-9 the score, and down the floor with the basketball will come the Hardin Valley Hawks. Jamison Updegraft guarding Cloninger. He works the ball to the left corner to Cooper Wright. Wright backs it up. Getting the big guy out of the ball game was big. He picked up 2 quick fouls. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Taken on the floor by the Wildcats. All the way down the hole. Shot good. Wildcats score. And Jeremy Miller puts another one in, and it's 16-9. The Wildcats in the lead by 7. Here comes Morristown East with the basketball. Another deflection. A ball stolen away by Oak Ridge. Here comes Kell Slater. Kell's going to drive. Turning, spinning, driving, shoots and scores. Kell Slater gives Oak Ridge a 9-point lead, and Morristown East, Alden Collins has seen enough. 18-9 our score. He calls a timeout. 1:35 to play first quarter. 18-9 our score, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Mr. Queenan running the show down there as the official. Mark, I think he's the best official in our association, hands down.
He's very good, David. Let's talk real quick about Jeremy Miller. What a start he's had tonight. He has 11 of our 18 points here in the first quarter. Very different start than what he did Tuesday night against Kingston.
We need every bit of those. Here's another turnover as the ball is kicked out of bounds. Morristown West facing a little pressure of their own. The Wildcats will get it. Oak Ridge playing much better here in the early going. Not just Jeremy, but I believe the whole team a little bit more pep in their step. I believe that probably happened in practice yesterday. What do you bet?
I bet it did. I'd say that Coach Green was not very satisfied with their performance on Tuesday, even though I talked to him after the game, David, and he said, the good thing is they never gave up, and he agreed that they didn't give up. Now, did they give 100% all the time? Probably not.
Stafford Shanklin is fouled. Jeremy leading the charge in this one. Yesterday or Tuesday, it was Stafford who had the big first quarter, as it'll be a shooting violation, and Stafford Shanklin will go to the free throw line. I think Stafford played his best ball game as a Wildcat on Tuesday night. Just really offensively, I thought he actually played the best of any of the Wildcats on Tuesday.
Yeah, as I remember, David, I think he had a really good first quarter and a really good third quarter, as he's having a good first quarter again tonight. As he has 3 points, he's perfect from the field and from the free throw line.
19-9. The Wildcats now have the lead. They were down 6-2 at one point. That second free throw is missed. Stafford comes crashing in, slows down the Hurricanes, and here they come down the floor. Kyle Cloninger with the basketball, stolen away for a moment, saved on the floor by Morristown East. They work the ball to the right corner. Wildcats have extended their defense just a bit. With the big guy out, it kind of changes the whole dynamics of their team, Mark. They've got some good three-point shooters, especially in Micah Simpson, who hit 103 last year. And they've got some other good three-point shooters, but taking the big guy out, it's kind of like taking our big guy out as they knock one down with Cole Henson, and the Wildcat lead is 19-11. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Kel Slater with it. Oh, great pass. Inside, Lucas Searcy, shot good. Wildcats back up by 10. Great feed right there, and Lucas got an easy bucket.
He really was, David. He was the right spot at the right time. It's just a great pass there by the Wildcats.
Morristown East with it, 37 seconds and counting. First quarter, 21-11. The Wildcats in the lead. With the basketball will come number 4. That'll be Cloninger. Top of the circle to Henson. Henson swings the ball left corner. Cloninger once again guarded out high there by Jeremy Miller. Back and forth they go. They get a 3 off in the corner. Good. Can't leave any of these guys open, it looks like, and it's 21-14. Here come the Wildcats down the floor with 16 seconds to play in the first quarter, leading by a score of 21-14. The trouble with the little amount of players that the Wildcats have is the depth and whether they'll get tired. As Jeremy takes one shot is no good. Rebounded by Lucas, can't get a shot off as the first quarter comes to a close. So we've played one quarter of basketball here at the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge leads. Morristown will get the ball first as we start play here in the second quarter. Wildcats have Jeremy Miller, Kel Slater, along with, looks like, Stafford Shanklin. Jamison Updegraft in the ball game, along with Lucas Searcy. Kel Slater with the basketball at the point, works the ball to his right, backs up with his dribble, penetrates in, kicks it back out. Stafford's got a wide open 3, shoots it up there, no good. Rebound, the big guy back in the ball game, and here comes Morristown East down the floor. Simpson with it, cross-court pass outside the three-point line, NBA range 3, up no good. Long rebound tracked down by Morristown East. They'll set it inside to Simpson. Simpson almost had it taken out of his hands. They set up the dribble once again. Big 6'10" kid is back in the ball game. They leave a three-point shooter open again. This time he missed it. Tracked down by Miller. Jeremy Miller might have double dribbled there. Picks the ball. Oh, nice pass inside. And it's going to be a travel call against Oak Ridge. It's going to go against Jamison Updegraft. It'll be Morristown East basketball. They're moving right to left. Their colors are orange and white, but they're wearing the dark jerseys like a lot of teams like to wear. The Wildcats wearing their home whites. Here comes Morristown East down the floor. Micah Simpson with it. Top of the circle. Works the ball to the big kid. Guarded by Jeremy Miller up high. They set a screen for Simpson, who launches a 3 good. You cannot let him get free, and they did a good job setting screens for him. And just like that, the Wildcat lead is cut to 4. 21-17 the score. I told you he hit over 100 threes last year. He's a good shooter. As the Wildcats, Stafford takes a 3. That is not the shot they want. Lucas Searcy has the rebound. The Wildcats, Kel Slater back to Miller. Jeremy's going to drive in, pull up, shoot over the big guy. Good. 23-17 the score. I don't think they want Stafford. I know Stafford can hit him out there, but I don't think that's the shot that the Wildcats want. Stafford taking shots from three-point range. There's the third foul on the big kid. Ran right over the top of Oak Ridge's Lucas Searcy, who set up perfectly. That's 3 fouls in the ballgame for the 6'10" kid.
Yeah, just 6:24 remaining in the first half, and he's going to spend some more time on the bench, David. So great job there by the Wildcats, because you could tell, as we talked about earlier, they're creeping back into it now, but they're a completely different team when they don't have number 23 Illick in the game with them.
Here comes Jeremy Miller down the floor once again. The Wildcats in the lead, 23-17. Oak Ridge basketball. Jeremy Miller's going to drive right, throws one up there, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. The Wildcats will get the basketball underneath the goal. Wildcats and Morristown East. As I mentioned, they haven't played since 1992, and it was good that Coach Green was able to schedule them just on the spur of the moment, placing Hardin Valley's boys team. Wildcat basketball. Here's Jeremy driving in. Thought about driving all the way in. He lost his dribble, and that might have been a walk right there. He went spinning with the ball on the ground. Here comes Simpson. Kicks it out left side. They shoot a 3. It's up, and it's no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Wildcat basketball. Updegraft with it. Trapped in the rear court. Gives it over to Kel Slater. Kel's going to bring the ball down the floor. Coast to coast. Go in for the shot. Good. Count it. No foul there. And the Wildcat lead is 25-17. Here comes Hardin Valley down the floor. Higher. With the basketball will come number 3. That'll be Cole Henson. They work the ball down low, and then a reach-in foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. 5:35 to play here in the second quarter. 25-17 the score. Personal foul called against the Wildcats. It'll be Hardin Valley basketball underneath the goal. Not a whole lot of students in attendance here tonight. Hopefully we'll have a big crowd tomorrow for the football game over at West High School as the Hurricanes work the ball in. Morristown East basketball. Simpson drives in along the baseline, cut off there. The Wildcats, they watch it, get it inside the block. Blocked shot there by Lucas Searcy. Taken on the floor by Updegraft. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Oak Ridge Kel Slater dribbles in, throws the ball away. Kel not real sharp here in the early going. Actually has had some passes that have been a little lazy, honestly. They've got to get a little bit better from their point guard right now.
Yeah, they do, David. As coming back into the game for the Wildcats is Stafford Shanklin. Maybe Coach kind of talked to him and said, look, we don't really need you shooting the threes out there. We need you underneath the bucket more, getting rebounds and getting position.
25-17 the score, an 8-point Oak Ridge lead as we play here in the second period. With 5 minutes, 8 seconds to play here. With the basketball will come Simpson. Simpson guarded out by Jeremy Miller. Swings the ball top of the circle. They launch a three. It's up no good. Rebound, Stafford Shanklin. That's what we want him to do. Stafford pulls it away and clears it down the floor. With the basketball will come Lucas Searcy along the baseline. Kicks the ball to the left side. They work it inside. Pass just too strong that time. Too hard intended for Shanklin. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Morristown East basketball. Wildcat lead is 25-17. Boys game here from the Wildcat Arena. The Lady Wildcats won their ball game with these today, 61-24 over Hardin Valley. Here's a steal. The Wildcats with it, driving with it. Oak Ridge. Jeremy Miller. They're going to call a travel. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Took that step, and the official said he walked. Mark, your thoughts.
Yeah, it looked like a good Euro step move to me, David. The Oak Ridge fans didn't appreciate that call either, and he was the only ref. I mean, usually multiple refs will blow the whistle. This guy was the only guy who blew his whistle, so I'd say that was a bad call by the ref.
He probably knows it, and he's been reffing a long time, so hopefully we'll get a makeup call from him as the Wildcats lead as they put up a shot. That's got to be almost goaltending, and they're going to call it is going to be Oak Ridge basketball coming back the other way. It's offensive goaltending, so the Wildcats will get it with 4:26 to play in the second quarter, leading 25-17. Stafford Shanklin in the ball game for the Wildcats. He'll be inbounding it in a moment. Jeremy Miller's in the ball game. Aaron Green, the head coach, in his 11th year. It's hard to believe Coach Barry Wortman's been gone that long. Dyron down the floor of the basketball will come Oak Ridge's Jeremy Miller. Dyron Birdwell listening to our broadcast tonight in Middle Tennessee. As they go in, a personal foul is going to be called. Micah went in for a dunk, Micah Simpson, but Stafford fouled him way up high, and that stopped what was going to be easy layup. He tried to dunk it. 4:09 to play second quarter, 25-17 is the score. Big kid in the ball game now for Morristown East, and
I was looking for him on my roster, David. I don't see him. He's a wide body down there.
He's a big kid for sure, and he's got the basketball now. He'll dribble in. Let's see if he tries to take it all the way in. Nope. He's going to work it out to number 21. That's Schaefer Harville. They work the ball in for a shot. No good. A blocking foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. 4 minutes and 1 second to play in the second quarter, 25-17. The Wildcats can ill afford to get into foul trouble, and fouls have not been an issue to this point as the Hurricanes will go to the free throw line. Schaefer Harville will go to the line.
David, Lucas Searcy just picked up his third foul, so can't really do that as Searcy comes out, and coming into the game will be Caden Updegraft.
Lucas fouled out of the ball game the other night and came out early, and he's going to have to sit here, and Coach Green's not too happy with him. Free throws up. He missed the first one, made the second one. 25-18 the score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Kell comes over, gets the final word from Coach Green as we walk the ball down the floor. Kell, I believe, has the ball. Works the ball to the right corner. Stops, goes inside. Jamison up to Graff. Backs it up once again to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy dribbles in a lot. Works the ball left side. Wildcat basketball. Wildcats. Miller out of bounds shooting. Gives it off to Kell Slater. Looks into Jamison. Caden and Jamison in the ball game right now. Backing it up with it will come Oak Ridge. The shot is going to be blocked, and a foul is going to be called against Morristown East. The Wildcat lead is 25-18. It'll be a shooting violation. That'll send Kell to the free throw line. Kell has not been good at the line tonight, Mark.
No, he's 1 of 4 from the line, David. He has 5 points total in the ball game. As number 21 picked up the foul for Morristown East, that's Harville, and that will be his 3rd foul as well. So Morristown East with 2 people with 3 fouls, Oak Ridge with 1.
First toss was no good, as we said. So Kell struggling at the free throw line. Really, as the Wildcats as a team actually have. He misses that one. Big rebound, though, for Oak Ridge. Coming out of there with the basketball is Oak Ridge's Jeremy Miller. Jeremy's going to dribble back in, pull up and shoot. Good. Jeremy Miller has his stroke tonight. The Wildcat lead is 9. 27-18 the score. Here come the Hurricanes down the floor. Quickly blowing across the line. They'll set it up once again. Here it goes to Cloninger. Cloninger looks down low to the big kid who turns. He drives, and that's an offensive foul. You can see that coming a mile away. That kid is huge, and he just ran over the top of the Wildcat.
Yeah, I think I saw Jeremy Miller out there with a fishing pole as he just kind of reeled him into that charging foul.
And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball, 27-18, 3 minutes and 6 seconds to play. In the second quarter, the Wildcats in the lead. Oak Ridge with the basketball. Here it comes once again to the top. It goes to Jeremy Miller. Miller looks down low to Kell. He was open for a second to Stafford Shanklin. Shanklin backs it up with a pass to Jamison up to Graff. Jamison's going to drive in. Right block. That's an offensive foul. Lowered his shoulder and went on in against the defender. And it'll be the Hurricanes with the basketball coming down the floor. Not a whole lot of stoppage in play here until right now we do have a timeout. Timeout, and the Wildcat lead is 27-18. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. The Wildcat lead is 27-18. There'll be Morristown East basketball coming down the floor, moving right to left as we play here at the Wildcat Arena. Christian Rosas Rodriguez doing camera work for us tonight as the Hurricanes get the ball across the line. They'll set the dribble, top of the circle. Here it goes to Cloninger. Cloninger guarded by Jamison up to Graff. Comes off on the right side to number 24. That's Blake Jarnigan. Jarnigan holds the ball, gives it up to number 15, Luke Doherty, back in the ball game. Back to Micah Simpson. Simpson to the corner. They drive the baseline. Shot is good. That's another charge. Nicely set up again by the Wildcats. That time it was, I guess it was Jeremy Miller once again. Another player control foul called against the Hurricanes. It'll be the Wildcats with the basketball coming down the floor. Slowly walking it up the floor will come Oak Ridge's Kell Slater. I believe the score is 27-18. The Wildcats in the lead. Kell holds it, gives it over to Jeremy Miller. Miller holds the ball, gives it over to Stafford. Stafford Shanklin hands it off to Kell. Kell dribbles right, gives it into Stafford. Double team, goes in for the shot. Another offensive foul. Ball. This one goes against Stafford Shanklin. They kind of built a wall there, Mark, and Stafford ran right through it.
Yeah, he tried to just kind of slipped through the two defenders, but he just took a little bit too much of one of them, so he got called for the player-controlled foul there, David, which made the Morristown East fans happy because they're getting tired of their team getting called for it.
Here comes Morristown East with the basketball. They work the ball corner. They shoot a three. That's no good. Rebound. Simpson up. No good. This time Jamison has the rebound to Kel Slater. Kel coming out of there quickly with the basketball. Coast to coast. Right block shot. No good. Rebound. Foul is going to be called against Morristown East, and that'll send Oak Ridge to the free throw line with 2 shots. We're on prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. It's gotten to be a foul fest here in the second quarter. And to the free throw line will go Oak Ridge's Jamison Updegraft. We'll work on things, our technical issues at halftime. As free throw on its way up there, good. Wildcats back up by 10, 28-18 the score. Morristown East substituting Caleb Hall in the ball game. Jamison goes back to the free throw line. His twin brother Caden in the ball game as well. Tosses up there, good. So the Updegrafts providing offense here. Here comes Morristown East down the floor. Wildcat lead is 29-18. Long pass in the right corner, setting it up in the corner. Got to stay with Simpson when he's in the ball game. Simpson's that long-range gunner. Looks like all of them can shoot as they put up a shot, no good. Block taken away by Stafford Shanklin. Shanklin and the Wildcats down the floor, moving left to right. Stafford drives in, goes in for the shot, rolls it in.
He got called for a walk on that one, David.
Yeah, and he did walk. He took a step, then took another step.
He did the little hop, but he forgot to move after the hop. So, he got called for a walk on that one.
Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. 1:13 to play here. They get a 3 off in the corner. It's no good. Rebound to the Hurricanes. Deflected and saved right back to the Hurricanes. Now it goes to Cooper Wright. Wildcat lead is 29-18. The Wildcats in the lead as they work the ball cross court. Dribbling in, number 3. With the basketball, that's Cole Henson. Henson, they kick it out for a 3. He missed everything. He goes out of bounds. That is an air ball. And the Wildcats will get it coming back the other way. 29-18, the Wildcats in the lead. 58.9 seconds to play here in the second period as we broadcast here from the Wildcat Arena. Hopefully, Coach Green will find us a game on Tuesday so the Wildcats will get some more action in before their next district ball game a week from Tuesday at Halls. Oak Ridge basketball. Oak Ridge, Caden Updegraft drives in. Caden drives in, pulls up, shoots, rims out, no good. Should have used the backboard probably that time. Caden will tell you that. And here come the Hawks down the floor. Second quarter action. They get a shot up. Good. That kid's pretty good, Mark Haste.
Yeah, he really is. He has 12 points in the ball game, David. I think they could have called defensive goaltending on that last one because it was a nice shot there by Caden Updegraft. He hits a 3 for the Wildcats. He now has 3 points in the ball game. Wildcats lead by 12, 32-20 with under 7 seconds remaining in the halftime.
They get a 3 off. It's up, no good. Long rebound, Oak Ridge. The Wildcats push it down to Jamison. Jamison at midcourt throws it up there. Hits rim, but it's no good. So a good half of basketball for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge leads it 30. Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena here. The Hurricanes launch a 3 to start the second half. It's up, no good. Rebounded by Stafford Shanklin. Down the floor will come the Wildcats. Kel Slater drives in, kicks it out right side. Stafford Shanklin drives in all the way to the left block, goes in for the shot, rolls off, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats, Lucas Searcy, and Lucas is tied up. Lucas had to spend a good portion of the first half on the bench with foul issues, but he's back out there playing with 3 fouls. Kel Slater will work the ball in. Oak Ridge on top, 32-20 as we start play with 7:39 to play. Here's Oak Ridge's Jeremy Miller. Stops, pulls up, shoots a little short. Rebounded by Morristown East. Coming away with it for them, Cole Henson, and down the floor will come the Hurricanes. Now moving left to right here as they work the ball out to the top of the circle. The big kid takes a 3. It's up, no good. You know, he's 6'10". What is he doing shooting 3s out there? Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Lucas Searcy. Searcy with the basketball to Kel Slater. Just my opinion. I know our big guy can shoot 3s. As the Wildcats almost turn the ball over, and they do. The ball is loose on the floor. Lucas saves it on a great hustle. Lucas Searcy, left side. Stafford Shanklin pulls up 8-footer. No good. Neither team really sharp here to start the first few moments, first minute of this one. Second quarters, they get a shot up. And it is no good. Taken on the floor by Oak Ridge's Kel Slater. Kel drives in for the shot. No good. This dunk by Oak Ridge's Miller, saved by Lucas Searcy. Back to Jeremy for three. No good. I think he shot that three because he missed his dunk there as they get a shot on runaway on the other end. By Jeremy just a second ago, and it's a 32-22 lead. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Oak Ridge's Stafford Shanklin with his back to the goal, posts up on the block, goes in for the shot. Good. Stafford knocks it down, and it's 34-22. The Wildcats in the lead. 6:10 to play here in the third period. For the basketball, once again, will come the Hurricanes. They set up their offense once again, left side. They work the ball to the big guy. They drive in, double team, almost walks. They kick it out for a three. It's up, no good. Long rebound. Stafford has it, and we almost got the fourth foul called as the Wildcats. Kel Slater drives in, finger rolls it up, no good. Kel misfiring once again. Morristown East will bring the ball down the floor. Wildcat lead is 12, 34-22 the score. Morristown East with the basketball. Hurricanes, great. Back to the goal. I'm going to drive in all the way to the baseline. It's kind of awkward looking as they take a three. It's up, and it is no good. Tipped and rebounded by Kel Slater. Slater pushes it up. Kel's got to be more careful. If he's going to run the point, he's got to be more careful with the basketball as they work the ball down the floor. Here's a steal by Stafford Shanklin. Shanklin's going to drive down the floor. Stafford doesn't have the numbers. Pulls up. Might have walked. Goes in for the shot. Good. Stafford knocks it down, and it's 36-22 with 5 minutes and 14 seconds to play. Kel's got to be a little bit more careful with the basketball, Mark.
Yeah, he does, but he had a great job. He did a great job getting a turnover down here as he just kind of stepped into the lane. And Morristown East puts up a couple shots, no good, and then a foul will be against Searcy, I believe, and that'll be his fourth if that's the case. It is.
Yep, and he'll have to come out of the game. Lucas is saying, why? And, he did make contact there. He and I think Jamison Updegraff were kind of battling for a rebound there, and Lucas does have, if indeed it's on him, he has 4 fouls. I see Illick and Jeremy talking things over down there. It's a mismatch in size. Simpson to the free throw line. Good.
Yeah, I think Illick's telling Jeremy, I'm sure glad that foul wasn't called on me.
Lucas says, why couldn't it have been on you as he comes out of the ballgame, and Caden Updegraff comes back in the ballgame. Micah Simpson, good-looking player, good-looking guard for them. He averaged nearly 20 points a game for Morristown East last year. I mentioned over 100 threes he knocked down. Hits the first toss, second toss, rims out, no good. Jeremy's got the rebound. Down the floor it goes, the Wildcat basketball. Here it goes to Caden Updegraff to Jeremy Miller. A dangerous pass. He saves it, won't take the shot. Kel Will goes in for the shot. Good. That's a great drive. Kel Slater gets it, and the Wildcat lead is 15. 38-23 the score. 4:40 to play here in the third period. Here comes Simpson down the floor. He missed a shot. Rebound once again to the Hurricanes. Wildcats hands quickly trying to guard them. They put up a shot. Rolls off the rim. No good. Kind of a rush shot that time by Simpson. Here's Stafford Shanklin with it coming down the floor. Stafford's going to drive in. Kick it out left side. Jeremy Miller had no place to go. Kicks the ball back out to Slater. Kel will not shoot. Jeremy drives in. Jeremy in the paint. Jeremy turning, spinning, driving, shooting up. No good on the fadeaway. Illick brings down the rebound. Here comes Morristown East coming back the other way. They kick it around the horn. Give up for a three. No good. They were knocking them down in the first half. They're struggling from three-point range now. Here's another one. But the Wildcats commit the ultimate sin, perhaps, in fouling a three-point shooter. Nope. We'll see. It'll be Oak Ridge getting the basketball. So the foul was called. Mark?
I'm trying to. It looked like the digit was maybe it's number 20 because he's coming out. That's who I'll assess it to. But yeah, there was obviously a foul away from the ball on that play, David. As Oak Ridge, well, actually Morristown East will get the ball under the bat. Oh, it must have been on number 10 for Oak Ridge Updegraff.
Blake Jarnigan with the basketball. They work the ball to Illick. He pulls up, shoots, clang off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Oak Ridge's Stafford Shanklin. Shanklin comes down the floor. Oak Ridge in the lead, 38-23 over Morristown East as Kel turns the ball over again. Picked up on the floor by the Wildcats, and Oak Ridge will set it up to Stafford Shanklin. One thing is they put up a shot. Good. Stafford's come alive here in the second half, Mark.
Yeah, I really like seeing him spending more time under the basket, Dave. That's exactly what we talked about earlier in the game. As number 3 for Morristown East goes right into the lane, puts up a shot up and good. He now has 4 points as the Wildcats lead 40-25 with 3:23 remaining in the third quarter.
Let's take a quick timeout. We'll send it back once again. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 30 seconds. David Cleary, Mark and Shauna Hayes back here at the Wildcat Arena. Tomorrow night we'll be at West High School for the Oak Ridge Wildcat football game. 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll be on the air at 6:30 with our pregame show, an interview with Coach Joe Gaddis on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, right here on prepradio.com and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. 3:15 to play third quarter, 15-point Wildcat lead, 40-25 over Morristown East. Kel Slater with the basketball to Jeremy Miller. The Wildcats have got it spread just a bit. Jeremy attacks to the top, got a screen from Stafford, drives in the paint, goes right side to Kel. Kel Slater has the ball stripped, saved on the floor, works out of that trouble. Simpson guarding him aggressively, attacks to the left to Shanklin. Stafford stops, pops, his shot is blocked, rebounded by number 4 for them, and down the floor will come Cloninger. They put up a shot, good. Big, long shot for them, and down the floor will come Oak Ridge.
That shot there by Micaiah Simpson. He has now 18 in the ball game as Jeremy Miller comes down, dropped it down to Shanklin. Shanklin shot up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. The referee signals Oak Ridge ball into their own basket.
2 minutes, 38 seconds to play. The Wildcat lead is now 12, 40-28 the score. Simpson can keep you in the ball game with his three-point shooting. Kell's going to work the ball in, and it comes to Jamison up to grab to Jeremy Miller. Shot is short. He's getting a little short on shots. Means he might be fatiguing just a bit. And I quit settling for jump shots here as they set for a long three. That's an air ball. Stafford Shanklin has the rebound. Stafford's going coast to coast with it. Drives in, pulls up, shoots. No good. I'm telling you, the Wildcats probably need to slow it down just a bit and just kind of run their offense. So when you get tired, you start settling for jump shots there, and I think that's what the Wildcats have done here as of late. Of course, you got to feel for them. There's a double dribble, I think, it's going to be called. They just don't have a lot of bodies to play here. And with Lucas staying in foul trouble, these guys are having to play a lot of minutes out there.
Yeah, they are. They're not going to complain, but you can tell, as you said, as you get tired, you start settling for shots. Well, the problem with that is as you're tired, your legs are tired, and your legs are what gives you the strength to make those shots. So it's kind of just a compounding injury.
Wildcats will take another three. It's up no good. The Wildcats get their own rebound, and then they lose it once again. Wildcats have got to start working the ball inside once again. As we're down to under 2 minutes to play third quarter, they're going to drive in, kick the ball, and throw it away. The Wildcats get a break here. Wildcats currently playing with Stafford Shanklin, Kel Slater, Jeremy Miller, Caden, and Jamison Updegraft. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. You can look at Jeremy right there. He looks tired as he comes down the floor as Kel will walk it across the line with 1:24 to play in the third period. Of course, Morristown East continues to put pressure on them too, which causes them to be very active as the Wildcats work their offense. Here goes to Kel in the right corner. Into Miller. Miller in the paint. Kirks the ball inside to another turnover. The Wildcats turn it over, and here comes Morristown East down the floor. Shot is up. Good. And it's a 10-point game. And the Wildcats, I think, are getting tired. As the Wildcats bring the ball, here's another quick shot by Jeremy. It's not the shot they want. I'm surprised Coach Green hadn't slowed him down here. Under a minute to play here. Morristown East with the basketball. They've cut it to 10, 40-30 the score. Their basketball in the right corner. They work the ball to the big guy, pulls up, shoots, missed it. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Here come the Wildcats. Jeremy Miller, left side, Kel Slater, dribbling, driving, charge. It's going to be called against Kel. Turned his whole backside into him and turned the ball over. He didn't have the number, should have backed it out. And this is the second game of the year, and he'll learn from that, getting only his second start as a Wildcat. 48.8 seconds to play. The Wildcats on a little bit of a drought right here.
Yeah, you're talking about Jeremy Miller looking tired. I agree with you, David, and he's 0 of 6 in the second half.
Here come the Hurricanes down the floor. The Wildcat lead is 10 as the Illick holds the ball, top of the circle, hands it off once again. Out it goes to Simpson. Simpson cross court. They get a 3 off. It's up, and it's good. 3-point shot. And down the floor will come the Wildcats. Wildcats need to play for the final shot just to work some time off the clock and not just fire up any old random shot here. 12 seconds to play third quarter. 7-point game. Oak Ridge basketball. Here comes the pressure, still causing Oak Ridge some difficulties. Kale, that's a nice drive. There's a good shot. Caden shoots a 3. It's up no good. 1 second. Shanklin can't get a shot off as the third quarter comes to a close. 40-33 our score. The Wildcat lead is 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Just being honest, I think the Wildcats are tired. Instead of, they're just launching shots when they get the ball, and that's, to me, a sign of fatigue there as the Hurricanes will try to work the ball in, still trailing Oak Ridge by 7, 40-33. But the Wildcats had a double-digit lead just a few short moments ago. Illick Brayton with the basketball at the top of the circle, looks backdoor. Good defense by Oak Ridge. They launch a 3. It's good. 3-point shot, and it's 40-36. So they're starting to hit the threes. The Wildcats unable to play as hard on defense. Here comes Kel Slater with the basketball. The Wildcats have got to guard the basketball. Hold it. Kel Slater guarded by Simpson, gives it over to Miller. Miller hasn't been much involved here as he gets the ball down low. Nice pass into Stafford Shanklin. Good. Wildcats break a scoring drought, and they get the ball inside. And they did it with a great assist by Jeremy Miller and an easy bucket by Stafford Shanklin. Here come the Hurricanes down the floor. 7:40 to play here. Still in the rear court. They get the ball across the line. Wildcat lead is 42-36 over Morristown East. They lob the ball down along the baseline. No place to go. They work the ball out to the top of the circle. Wide open 3, top of the key. No good. It is good. Nice penalty. And guess what? We've got a 3-point game now. 42-39. Coach Green's going to look back at that little last 4 minutes of the third quarter and just see the Wildcats allowing this to happen, actually, and not able to get the effort as Oak Ridge works the ball inside. Jeremy Miller back to Kale. The Wildcat passes are getting a little lazy, too. Out there is an offensive foul. It'll be Oak Ridge in the lead only by 3, and a timeout is asked for. Mark, your thoughts on the little stretch of basketball the Wildcats have played here.
Well, I mean, I just kind of looked to Jeremy Miller, David, and as I said, he's 0 of 6 in the third quarter. So, I mean, he was the major difference maker in the first half, and Oak Ridge really needs his leadership right now, David, and they kind of play off of him. And if he's struggling, it looks like they're struggling. So, credit Stafford Shanklin. He's come in. He's done a great job. He's gotten, 8 points in the second half. He had 6 in the third quarter, and he has 2 in the first minute and 42 seconds or 22 seconds of the fourth quarter.
The Wildcats had a 17-point lead at one point in the third quarter, 40-23. They've only scored 2 points since then, and giving up, it's 39, so 22 points. They've been outscored 22-2 since that time, Marquez. The Wildcats, as I said, they started settling for long jump shots instead of working the ball in. The Wildcats were going to get the ball. Lucas Thursey's back in the ball game. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. The Wildcats working in the Miller, spinning shot, good. Well, they needed that as Jeremy Miller gets it off the glass. The Wildcat lead is 44-39. Hard to guard when your legs are tired. They've given up some easy threes here. They thought about shooting another one. Here it is, a 3. It's on its way. No good. Rebound, Kel Slater. Big miss and a good rebound by Kel. Down the floor will come Jeremy Miller. Splits the defense. Cannot shoot. Didn't have a shot. Kel takes a 3. Boy, they need it. He missed it. And it'll be the Morristown East Hurricanes coming down the floor. 44-39 the score. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the basketball game. They're going to dive all the way to the layup. And it's 44-41. Down the floor with the basketball once again. Here comes Oak Ridge's Kel Slater. 5:59 to play in the ball game. 3-point Oak Ridge lead. Oak Ridge was up by 17. Oak Ridge basketball. Kel Slater with it out to Stafford Shanklin. He looks like he wants to shoot. Nice fake. Drives in for the shot. Count it, and he's fouled. Great drive that time by Stafford Shanklin. And I believe...
No, player control.
I see it. Another player control foul, and the ball's turned over. I thought maybe he turned just slightly, and I'm not exactly sure. I thought that Stafford... I think he turned because I saw Queener signal bucket. And Morristown East started walking back. But Queener signaled bucket, so Stafford gets the shot.
I'll have to take that foul off of Stafford, but the way it kind of went down, it looked like he was calling a charge as Shanklin's free throw was up and no good.
Down the floor of the basketball, they get another run out. The Wildcats got beaten down the floor. They are dead tired, Mark. 46-43 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Kel with it out to Stafford. Fakes again. The big guy doesn't take it this time. He's going to drive against him. Now no place to go. And he missed it. That was not a good decision by Stafford. He should have backed it up with a pass. He decided to shoot anyway. 3-point game. They can tie it with a 3 as they work the ball down low to the big guy. He gets the shot up. Good. 46-45 to score. The Wildcats have let a 17-point lead get by them. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Kel Slater's going to dribble in against the big guy. His shot is blocked. Out of bounds, last touch by Morristown East. The Wildcats playing with, Jamison Updegraff, Stafford Shanklin, Jeremy Miller, Kel Slater in the ball game. Lucas Searcy. Lucas going to work the ball in, and it comes high to Jamison. Goes the ball away. Tried to get that over to Lucas Searcy, just too high to pass. The pressure that Morristown East puts on them has caused them problems. It's caused them to speed up, and being fatigued, they're also struggling a bit. As we're down to under 5 minutes to play, it's a 1-point game now, 46-45. The Wildcats have led all the way since it was 9-8. I mean, they tied at one time, but then the Wildcats currently now only lead by 2 as they launch a 3. That's no good. Long rebound out of bounds to Oak Ridge. Wildcats will get it leading 46-45. That's your score. The Wildcats were up 17 points, 40-23 in the third period, but now their lead is only 1, 46-45. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. The effort is there, Mark, but the legs are not.
Yeah, I was just thinking, David, it's probably tough this early in the season to have 2 games in 3 nights. And I'm sure that based on how they played on Tuesday that he just stepped out of bounds. Stafford Shanklin just turns the ball over as he steps out of bounds. But I'm sure that Coach Green probably worked them fairly hard yesterday based on how they played Tuesday night. So, it's understandable that they could be tired tonight.
Coach Green always says the season basically is just a set for seeding. They're just basically 30 scrimmage games until the tournament begins. I know he wants to win them all here, but I think there is definitely improvement between Tuesday's ball game and tonight's game. In fact, the Wildcats have played well most of the game. I really can't fault them. I just think they've gotten to the point where they're tired, as another foul away from the ball is going to be called. An offensive foul might be against the big guy.
It is. It's going to be Illick. It'll be his 4th.
And I don't think they'll take him out of the ball game right now. We're under 4 minutes to go. The Wildcats will be facing some full court pressure. Jeremy Miller will try to work the ball in. The Wildcats, Kel Slater trying to get open. Going to have to give it to somebody else. So the ball goes right back to Jeremy. Jeremy's going to bring the ball down the middle of the floor. Wildcats in the lead by 1. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to play. Miller with it over to Lucas Searcy. 3:41 to play. Lucas is going to drive in, get a finger roll shot. Good. That's a great drive. Big shot. They needed it from Lucas Searcy, and it's 48-45, and down the floor will come the Hurricanes. Big shot by Lucas.
Yeah, it really was. Great job by the Wildcats getting down the court down there. And then Lucas Searcy, he just kind of penetrated and did a little step as he gets a turnover and then just gets it right back. And then I hope he's not called for a foul.
I think he was. I think he's fouled out of the ball game.
No, they're going to call that on Morristown East. Number 3.
So we'll see.
Well. I'm confused as normal.
Yeah, it looked like it was on Lucas there, but it'll be their basketball. And then the Wildcats are going to get it with a steal with Caden Updegraff. Caden with it down to Jeremy Miller. The Wildcat lead is 48-45, 3:12 to play in the ball game here. Oak Ridge basketball. For the basketball, Caden Updegraff bumped, dribbles right, lost his dribble, stops, goes inside Stafford Shanklin, pulls up and shoots. That is not the shot they needed, but the Wildcats get the rebound. Then they're going to call a foul. That is not the shot they needed from Shanklin, a fadeaway jumper from about 8 feet out. That's not what they needed. Especially, you only have a 3-point lead, 2:51 to play. It'll be Morristown East basketball. That wasn't the shot they needed, Mark.
No, it wasn't. An 8-footer by him would be okay if he was kind of leaning into it, but because he had Illick in front of him, he felt it'd be better to do a little fadeaway, and, on fadeaways, they often go short.
2:52 to play here. Down the floor will come Morristown East, and then there's a hand check there and a foul called against Caden Updegraff. As the Wildcat lead is only 3, 48-45, trying to hold on for their first victory. Mark Haste, as the Hurricanes will try to work the ball in. Cole Henson will work it in from side front court. Looks to the corner. They lob it to the big guy who goes in. Good defense by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats, watch him put up a shot. Good. And it's 48-47. It's a 1-point game. So the big guy got it with heavy pressure, and that was the best shot he's made all night. As Kell's going to drive in, no place to go. Gives it out to the left side, Jeremy Miller. He throws up a shot. That's an ugly one. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Stafford. Battles for it. Morristown East has it. Wildcats taking poor shot here as of late, as the Wildcats back on defense. Their lead is only 1, 48-47, but here's a steal by the Wildcats. Coming down the floor with it, Jeremy Miller gives it inside. Nice drive. Caden Updegraff goes coast to coast with it, and the Wildcat lead is back up to 3 at 50-49. Big steal by Jeremy Miller, and a great finish right there by Caden Updegraff.
Yeah, great job setting it up by Miller there, as he just went down the court and he kept the ball most of the way. And then once the defense converged on him, he just kind of jumped it down to Searcy for another bucket. So great job by the both teammates.
Was it not Caden Updegraff who scored?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. But he just jumped it right to him there on the block.
61-24 was the final score of the Lady Wildcats game tonight. Right now in our ball game, the boys game, it is Oak Ridge on top 50-47. The Wildcats were up by 17, 40-23. Trying to hold on here, under 3 minutes to go in the ball game, in what has been an exciting ball game from the Wildcat Arena.
It really has, David. Fast-paced. I love a fast-paced game. It seems like the game goes by a whole lot faster, but then just so much more enjoyable to watch than a slow game. I know you've broadcast games before where you say shifts left, shifts wait left, shifts wait right.
Yeah, I've done that. We played Bearden one year, and Coach Wardman went to the stall ball, and that was ugly. Coach Peak will tell you about that one. He played in the ball game for Bearden and hated every minute of it. Right now, the Wildcats need to continue to play solid defense. They lead at 50-47. Morristown East with the basketball. The Wildcats back on defense here as the Hurricanes bring it across the line. Setting it up once again. They can shoot from threes. You got to watch Simpson. You don't want to let him get free. He's going to drive the baseline, get a baseline jumper up. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Should be Oak Ridge's basketball. They got the shot they wanted. It was a short little jumper there by Micah Simpson. Just couldn't get it to go. And then they had 3 blue shirts underneath there to black shirts to get it, but they knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats, Jeremy's going to try to work it in against their pressure, and it comes to Kell Slater. Kell has struggled at the free throw line, so if Morristown East, although it's only a 3-point game right now, if they want to foul somebody, it might be Kell would be the choice. A minute 47 and counting, 50-47 our score. Kell to the hole. Good. That's a great drive by Kell Slater, and it came at a great time, and Oak Ridge leads 52-47. Down the floor will come the Hurricanes once again. The Wildcats put a little trap. Almost an over and back right there as they work the ball across the midcourt line. Good defense now. The Wildcats coming alive, a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end. When the basketball goes to Cloninger. Cloninger, there's a breakdown on the defense, but he blows the layup. Stafford with a big rebound, but he can't control it. The big guy, Illick, goes in for the shot. He blows it. He gets his own rebound, goes to the foul. That's not a good foul. As It'll be a three-point opportunity for the big kid, and he'll go to the free throw line. 52-49, Oak Ridge by 3. They can cut it once again at the free throw line. Mark?
Illick will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight, David. He's got 8 points in the ballgame, 6 of those here in the fourth quarter, and he converts on the three-point play, so he has 9 points as Oak Ridge leads 52-50.
Wildcats work the ball into Kel Slater, and he is fouled right in front of the bench of the Morristown East Hurricanes. And the official asks, is that the one in the bonus? And not yet. It'll be Jeremy to work the ball in. The Wildcats have struggled to get the ball in. They do now to Stafford. Stafford Shanklin works the ball down the floor. Minute 12 to play. Dribbling up high. Don't want to get a 5-second call here. Stafford drives in, and he is fouled. The big guy might have just fouled out of the ball game. Minute 7 to play. 52-50. Oak Ridge in the lead. And that'll be, let's see, personal foul against Illick, and the big kid will take a seat. His night's work is done with a minute 7 to play here in the ballgame, and Oak Ridge leading 52-50, and a timeout is asked for. Mark, why don't you run down some of the scoring to this point in the ballgame?
Okay, leading scorer for the Wildcats is Jeremy Miller. He has 17 points. He had 15 in the first half. Also in double figures, Stafford Shanklin has 11. Kel Slater with 9. Let's see, Lucas Searcy has 6. Caden Updegraff with 5, and Jamison Updegraff with 2. Leading scorer for Morristown East is, no surprise, Micah Simpson. He has 22 points in the ballgame. Kyle Clollinger has 11. Cole Henson with 4. Brad Illick just fouled out with 9 points. And let's see, Schaefer Harville has 1 point. Blake Jarnigan has 3.
Minute 7 to play in the ball game. 52-50. The Wildcats in the lead. It'll be Jamison Updegraff to work the ball in. The Wildcats have Kel Slater, Stafford Shanklin, Caden Updegraff, and Jeremy Miller in the ball game. Kel with the basketball. He's the guy they want to foul by, at least by the way he's been shooting free throws tonight. Caden backing up with his dribble, about to be trapped. Works out of there, backs it up, lost his dribble on the floor, and he is fouled. Personal foul is going to be called against Schaefer Harville. I don't know if Caden's the best free throw shooter, but it looked as if they wanted him to have the ball right there. And a foul is going to be called, and the Wildcats, with 56.3 seconds, lead it 52-50. Wildcat football team in action tomorrow at West High. What's your thoughts on the ball game tomorrow, Mark?
I'm hopeful. I mean, the one good thing that I know about Coach Gaddis is he knows how to make adjustments. So I'll be interested to see. I mean, I think Oak Ridge played West very well in the first meeting. We really struggled because every time we had the ball, it rained. And when West had the ball, it didn't rain. So that was another disadvantage for the Wildcats. But as I said, Coach Gaddis is really well known for making adjustments. And I suspect that he'll have a really good game plan for the West Rebels.
52-50 Oak Ridge. The Wildcats with the basketball. Jeremy Miller with it into Kel Slater. 53 seconds to play. The Wildcats up by 2. The Wildcat basketball. Oak Ridge cross-court pass. Dangerous pass. Stafford Shanklin inside. Great pass. Jeremy Miller shot. No good. But he's fouled. Just rolled off the rim, and that would have been an and-one. The foul is called against Schaefer Harville. 52-50. Oak Ridge in the lead. Under 50 seconds to play in the ballgame, and Jeremy Miller, who's got to be dead tired, has 17 points in the ballgame, will go to the free throw line.
From the line tonight, he's 1 of 2, David, as you said, with 17 points as the Wildcats have a 2-point lead, 52-50. Now a 3-point lead as his first attempt is good.
Back to the free throw line he goes. Oak Ridge by 3, trying to make it a 2-possession ball game with a lot of time here. Wildcats on top, 53-50. Back to the free throw line will go the senior. Had 700 points coming into this season in his career. His second toss is good, pretty. 54-50 the score. You got to watch Micah Simpson here. 40 seconds to play in the ballgame. 4-point Oak Ridge lead. For the basketball, number 4 for them, that'll be Cloninger. Cloninger guarded by Caden Updegraff. They work the ball in front of the bench. Simpson with it, drives in, throws up a prayer. It's answered. And it's 54-52. The Wildcats in the lead. And in the rear court, Jeremy Miller is fouled, and he'll be shooting free throws here. 54-52 with exactly
23.9.
23.9 seconds to play here, and it'll be Oak Ridge with the basketball in rear court. 23.9 seconds to play. It'll be Jamison up to Graff to work the ball in. Oak Ridge by 2, 54-52. And Jamison will work it into Jeremy Miller. Miller's going to bring the ball back across the line. And a reach-in foul is going to send Jeremy to the free throw line. That'll be the 7th team foul called against the Hurricanes. 21 seconds to play. 54-52 the score. It'll be one of the bonus. Wildcats in the lead. 54-52, and the senior's got to knock down these free throws here. Big free throws by the senior. And he'll go to the free throw line. Christian Rosas Rodriguez doing our camera work tonight. To the free throw line, tosses up. Good. Well, that's a pretty shot. Boy, they needed that one, Mark.
Yeah, they did. He's made his last 4 free throws, so very good job tonight so far by Jeremy Miller.
55-52, Oak Ridge trying to make it a 2-possession ball game once again. Looks at the toss. Good. 56-52, so the senior getting it done here as they dribble in. Trying to get a shot, blocked by Jeremy Miller. Miller's got it, coming back the other way. The Wildcats with the lead and the basketball. 10 seconds to play, 9 seconds to play. Big play when they needed him to step up. The senior, the guy with the most experience out on the floor, Jeremy Miller, has stepped up for the Wildcats. A big rejection and steal coming back the other way, and he can put this game away at the free throw line. Oak Ridge on top, 56-52, 9 seconds to play, and Jeremy, nothing but the bottom of the net. 5-point lead, 57-52, 9.9 seconds to play. Jeremy came alive when they needed him to, Mark.
Yeah, they really did. I think he just kind of took the third quarter off, David. As I said, he was 0 for 6 in the third quarter, but much better fourth quarter as he made both of those free throws. He has 23 points in the ball game. Shot up, no good by Morristown East. I think this game is over.
The Wildcats have defeated the Morristown East Hurricanes by a final score of 58-52. So congratulations to the Wildcats.